Change in Tanya. I'm not really sure how to start this because it's not something I've really shared before, but after sharing some of this with my friends on Instagram and Facebook, mostly Facebook hit it off, which is weird because I never go on Facebook, so I thought no one would see my stuff because I never post. And that was my personal page. Anyway, everyone's interested, and some people asked, what do I do with it? So I offered people like little packages of this and this together. Covers the cost, really. I knew several years ago that smoke cleansing felt right to me. Perhaps that was one of the reasons why camping always feels there's so many reasons why, but it's one of the reasons why camping feels like it fills me so richly and connects me so deeply with myself and the earth and nature and what's going on. Anyway, I went on a hunt because I knew that I didn't want to just go to the local shop and buy sage, which is not my culture and doesn't live here, and I did a whole bunch of research, and I've got like Irish, English, Scottish. So in my research, which I can't find the page again, so it's really hard, I just have to go on my memory of this one article. After digging and digging, I found that the people of the town, if there was a reason that they needed to do a cleansing, they would all put out their fires in their home, and everyone would gather at one place and light a new fire. And there would be some type of gathering and cleansing, healing done there. And then people would take, an ember or a coal back to relight their own fires in their own homes. And so that to me gives me permission to use fire and smoke for me in my practice that mostly I just make up because I am so disconnected from that old way. But I wanted to try and follow something as closely as I could. I decided to do smoke cleansing, and I needed to find something to burn. I knew it would be around here in this environment, something local, at least Australian. I'd previously bought some frankincense and myrrh once, which I think I still have somewhere. They do smell divine, but I'm just not drawn to it. I needed to find something else, and I actually thought I would be putting like leaves or bark chips or some type of flower on my charcoal bricks, make a beautiful smoke that I could use in my own way. And I went with my friend Birgit and her children. Sadly, her daughter was not feeling very well that day. I was burning all these random things in this place, and just really fossicking around for plants, and found this little, not this exactly, but I'm just going to get some. I found this little pale yellow stuff beside the tree. Some, when it's super fresh, it comes out of the tree like a clear. And then as it ages, it goes kind of yellowish and then milky, and then with a honey brown type tinge. It is just, anyway, it is beautiful. I found this and I thought, I wonder how to burn this, and because I think at that point I had like forgotten about charcoal bricks, and I, you know, eventually figured the charcoal brick thing works. It needs to be on a coal, not on fire, to be effective. And I tried it and I fell in love. The local guy I bought the charcoal bricks from, who doesn't live here anymore, he was a little like Facebook group, little bit of magic sharing in there. I was buying the charcoal bricks from him, and he shared with me the wisdom of Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs. I'm looking on my shelf. I'm going to get it. He said, have a look online and see what it says about this plant that you found and you're using, because this man has this amazing resource. So I looked it up and I saved the free version of the PDF for the longest time in my phone, and it was taking up space, and because it's big. This poor book has seen better days. For the most part, most of this happened with a washing machine problem, because it just leaked all out here. Scott, that's his name. I wonder if that's going to come out backwards for you. If we look up C for cypress, I totally recommend you buying this book for yourself. I'm going to show you one thing, and pray I'm not executed for copyright. I'm saying you should buy this for yourself, and here's like a sneak peek. But the pages are all like this. I hope you could see that. So it's got the name. I mean, on this page there's curry and cyclamen. Then there's a scientific name, a folk name. They're calling like with all things, you should follow your gut and your insides as much as the external resources that are in front of you. For me, I take deeply this healing and cleansingness, which feels good to me. But now I'll read you what it says. Its folk name is Tree of Death. Its gender is feminine. Oh, I wondered. The other day I had this feeling. I thought, I wonder if it's a man. Anyway, not a man. That's just how I speak, but the masculine. Its planet is Saturn. Oh, so's mine. Now I get it. Element Earth. Its deities are, and I'm going to say all these wrong, but I'm just going to try and read what's here. I don't know them. Mithras, Pluto, Aphrodite, Ashtoreth, Artemis, Apollo, Cupid, Jupiter, Hecate, Hebe, Zoroaster. Its powers are longevity, healing, comfort, and protection. Those are the things I kind of get. And I don't think you have to be in a crisis to need and make use of those powers. So the ritual uses, it says, the ancient Minoans worshipped the cypress as a divine symbol and spread the cult from Cyprus to Crete. Cypress wood was used to make coffins in Egypt. The magical uses here says cypress should be used at times of crisis, especially at the death of a friend or relative. It eases the mind and allays grief if worn or carried to funerals. The tree is quite protective when grown near the home, and boughs of cypress are used in protective and blessing capacities. Since the cypress is the symbol of eternity and immortality, the wood has long been carried to lengthen life. To make a healing wand of cypress, I've been meaning to do this for the longest time, slowly cut over a 3-month period a branch from a cypress tree. This is known as a healing stock and should be used only in healing rituals. Excuse the motorbike. Make passes over the sick person, touch the afflicted area, and then plunge the tip into a fire to cleanse it. Also used in invocations to the gods. The root and cones of the cypress are also healing, as is the greenery when dried and burned as incense. I'm not sure. Maybe they didn't see the resin or realize how to burn it. Let me see. Oh wait, there's more. Throw a sprig of cypress into a grave to give the deceased luck and love in the hereafter. And a mallet of cypress wood was once used to discover thieves, but as far as is known, the exact procedure is lost. And that's just one plant in this amazing book. One plant on this amazing land. You probably know there is more than one cypress tree in the world, and that's another reason, I guess, that it is so interpretable. These plants don't all grow in Australia. Many that do. Anyway, so I used that as a reference after I found this plant, this resin, this tree, to burn, and it didn't say, oh great, this is what it's for, that's why I'll use it. I wanted to use it, and I got this little affirmation that was like, yeah, healing, protection, comfort is, yes, okay. So, I've been talking for way too long, and I will chop this. It's a bit shorter. So I'm going to show you now what I do with it, which I actually did before. If I could turn back time. It doesn't take much. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. For a little smoke. I wave my hand. You can use a leaf, your favourite tree leaf, or a feather that lands in your garden, or a shell, or anything you like. If I need to carry this, I can carry the log itself. If I'm doing the house or rooms, the clay here is very hot. I haven't got sand in it, there's just old ash. Setting an intention or the thing that you're going to say, the thing that you're going to feel, the words that you're going to feel. This plant, our beloved cypress, is going to do its work likely anyway. But I think if you set clear words about your intention and say them out loud, you creating like a formal invitation instead of, I don't know, a notice at the notice board with the thumbtack at the shops. You're actually like writing to my friend, will you come? So I think that's a weird analogy. Anyway, words aren't my favourite thing, but we'll just go through this quickly. It takes 3 things, I believe, and you might have something different. Please let me know what they are. Like, I'm always learning. This is really brand new. Not brand new, brand new to share it outside of my little life. 3 things. Thank you plant, or thank you thing, whatever you're doing. It doesn't have to be this. Thank you. And the thing that you're doing, so cleansing or healing, you're asking to clear out, make space, open, take away. Like, I'm just thinking of all those type of words you can use to free the space or myself of like negativity or sickness or whatever that you want done, like gone. And then just mention the 3rd thing is just to mention something that might come in its place. And that might be positivity or healing or comfort. So I've said thank you, and I've said I want what I need cleared away or moved on or out of this space. And the 3rd part is the thing that's going to come in. This plant, I don't think that there are other plants that may cleanse a space to emptiness. And this plant cleanses but leaves behind a warmth and healing, and you don't have to put anything else in there. But I like to give that warmth and healing some purpose, right? I hope this makes sense. So that was the history about how I found this, why I have this, and then now why I'm sharing this. And I hope that you can find a way to, if it feels good to you, to use something close to you in your life. I'm just speaking in general. If you're not here in Darwin or here in Australia, find something near to you that resonates and that is yours, and I'll keep doing what I do, you keep doing what you do. When we moved into this house, here's a story. When we moved into this house, I kept seeing I've told like 3 people. I kept seeing a shadow. I don't know what that's called. But he was hanging around, and I think it was the man who used to live here. It might have been before that, but I think it was him. So I did my little ceremony in a bowl with my children, and we walked through each room, clearing and saying our little thing which we had made, and it was something like thank you. And it was pretty basic, like we cleanse this space of negativity and free all other beings from being here, and welcome positivity and light, something like that. And we just did that, and we said it over and over through the whole house. And we switch the room, try and get in all the corners, behind the doors, like everything. And the same thing when you're doing your body. I'm not sure if I'm going to write this, so I'll say it now. Same thing when you're doing your body. this shelf is quite low, but you could set it lower or even on the floor and squat. Squatting's really good. Just ask my friend Carolyn, the Vedic astrologer, and everyone knows it, but it was just a conversation we had just the other day. Then you can kind of scoop up and wash like you're washing with smoke. It's not like water because, you know, it moves differently, but you want to like get it everywhere. Turn around, squat down, swoosh it up between your legs, get your legs and your feet and your head, while you don't have to repeat this thing that you make over and over, but you can say it once when you're getting it ready, and then once when you start, and then just hold the feeling and the resonance of that while you finish. And I don't know why I always finish with my arms up. Maybe it's just because I feel like it opens my whole body. If my arms are ever down, there's parts of me that aren't open. And just rest with that for a minute. And that's it. Go back to your day. Another long video, but I'm really sorry. I'm going to work on this. My new little personal project is to remake every one of my videos to be less than half an hour, because I know they're boring but I know that, like, it's, I don't know, I hope that there's cool stuff in there. But it's just getting to it, isn't it? So there's another project. Anyway, find me on Instagram for messaging about this stuff. If you're in Australia, I'll be happy to send you some for its cost price to be sharing with others. Peace and love. Tropo Tangent Tanya.